Okay, I'm at 42 kilos now, fucking 60mm mortar. Oh well.
A real comedian would pack in an illumination round and hope they don't notice.
I was wondering about that earlier as well. I might get an iron sight instead of this thing, cause I know.
Yeah, I'm taking iron sight, I think. I mean, I've already got one,
mag. Oh, memories of carrying those.
I might as well take the L110 with the red dot.
I hate red dots, so either suss out or iron. Yeah, that's why.
Nah, it kinda sucks.
Red dot is rubbish at night. Massive big
yeah,
blob.
it is kinda.
It's a big red blob and all you see is the traces.
Really old school.
Yep.
Good evening, folks. Just give me 5-6, okay?
Hey, Paul.
7, okay.
How are you guys doing? Do that short
good.
So yeah, 067904 thereabouts will hold, conduct 5 QBOs and then go for a hasty assault onto the airfield. This will probably be a 2-up attack with Echo 2 on the left flank and Echo 1 on the right flank. Echo 2 will probably assault directly from 067904 immediately east. Echo 1 swinging south and east and taking the southern end of the airfield. My intent is for both platoons to assault online, push straight across the airfield. Limit of exploitation will be 0720, so we'll push straight through and across the airfield, destroy everything that's there.
Option and engagement.
Missiles being launched to the west.
Endgame.
Endgame now.
Yes,
yeah, it looks like a
SAM's being launched from the
Jesus
west.
Christ.
That might be artillery. Right, I'm going to keep the briefing up if that's alright. So very, very simple. Echo 2 left, Echo 1 right, assault straight through. 072 will be the LOE for that assault movement. We'll destroy any and all OP4 equipment found on the airfield. Destruction is at discretion, platoon ICs, but don't waste your anti-tank rounds. Make sure we've saved anything if we get a counter-attack. Once we've reached the 072 and confirmed all opposition's been destroyed, we'll then move back to the airfield, throw a defensive ring around it. Echo 1 responsible for everything south of the 903 grid line. We'll probably dispose of sections 1 east, 1 west, 1 south. Echo 2, everything north of that. And we will hold, waiting for a rapid extraction. Again, I'll defer to Bruce on this. Ideally, I want a single lift for the extraction as well as the insertion, covered by an ugly 5-1 call sign. We've got enemy forces in vicinity Garruk to our east-southeast, approximately a company of infantry, and enemy forces in now where exactly are they? In vicinity the road junction 047913, again approximately a company of infantry. They will start moving once this, but they may start moving once the assault on the airfield begins. So it's imperative that getting the extraction lift would also need to pick up AFSG from RV Alpha. Or any alternative firing position that they've adopted, make sure that they can be got out. So we'll probably want a small helo to do that as soon as we've taken the airfield. They can then come back and man the big guns if they're necessary in order to cover our extraction.
Can you say again, second location of that infantry company?
Second location of infantry company, I believe, is the T junction 047913. That's 047913. They may be distributed around that area. I think that's correct. Let me double. Yeah, it's marked on the op board. Could someone just double check?
Yes. Yeah. Checked.
Right, roger that. So they are a risk to FSG. Obviously, they'll have mortars available there, and if they need to turn the mortars around and fire around in that direction in order to keep that infantry company busy, then they should do so. But my hope is that our actual insertion will go, if not unnoticed, then certainly unremarked, while the Apache is busy destroying the AAA site. All right, it's a simple operation. It should be quick. This is speed, surprise and aggression. I don't want any fucking about once we get on the ground. We'll step off pretty immediately. It'll be QBOs as to which platoon's in the lead for the initial movement. If that platoon takes contact, the action on will be for the following platoon to flank either left or right and continue movement, having destroyed whatever we're taking contact with in order that we can press the attack. Casualties, Mert will deal with by bringing back to RV Alpha, the CCP, unless instructed otherwise, and they'll be extracted from there by Rotary, which will need ugly 5-1 cover given that we're operating in enemy airspace. Right, Bruce, can I ask you to just brief us on the detail of the insertion if you have it?
Well, right now, as you can see in the bottom left corner, I've got 2 pilots who are desperately trying to connect, it seems. So far we've only got 3 online right now, which might be a bit of an issue. But I'd say give him a couple more minutes to see if we get the guys up to be able to put up at least 2 giant call signs and 1 Apache.
Do we have Merlins available?
I don't believe we do now.
So, sorry, go Dennis.
Sorry, I was just going to ask, if we're that low on pilots, do you want to select section ICs or certain people on guns on the aircraft?
Possibly, yes, but I'm more concerned about co-pilots. Sorry, someone was speaking.
No, yeah, Lipton, if you can get any NCOs on the guns, that would be great. Because we obviously won't have enough aircrew to man them. Right now my primary concern is if we will even be able to get an Apache up along with at least 2 giants. Worst case scenario, we've only got the 3. If we've only got the 3 guys here, we can put up a single giant and 1 Apache. Or perhaps we can persuade one of the TAC-P guys to be co-pilot in the Apache. They've got the qualifications.
Views on that, Hope?
Yeah. I'm happy with the TAC-P to go.
Okay, well that sounds like the ideal. What's the maximum lift on a CH-47 with the dual gunners and rear gunner in?
It can carry 23 passengers and 4 crew, so that will be, if we pack it to the brim, it'll be the pilot and 26 bots.
Okay, looks like we can do it. In that case, can we just can everybody just zoom in on HLS Blackstone? You can see the height feature 241. It's about 100 meters long, west to east, and about 75 meters at the widest point, north to south. Seen?
Seen.
Alright, my strong preference for the landing will be a sequential landing by 2 CH-47s running north to south, with the CH-47 landing west containing 1 platoon. 1 platoon will form an ARD on landing. You can see it, that's roughly the triangular shape they'll be landing on anyway. 2 platoon would land east, 0561, no, 0562, 9052, that's 0562, 9052, and form an extended, well, perform an ARD on that position with an emphasis towards the east. Does that make sense?
Yeah, what was the exact position you wanted 1 platoon to land in?
Centre of that feature, so roughly 0556, 9054, 0556, 9054 approximate.
Yeah, sounds
So
good.
we're dropping straight on top of that height feature. What we'll then order QBOs will be A2 to hold position, and perhaps to Lipton, perhaps to put some elements out to the immediately northeast, the second 241 height point.
See.
So you can get both your sections online facing the major area of threat. Echo 1 will then cover FSG and MERT setting up in RV Alpha. Once they're set up there and everyone's happy, we'll then step off. Probably what we'll do is A2 will hold on 241, A1 will move to their south and begin movement to target, and A2 to follow. We'll then continue that leapfrogging. So I'll probably order A1 to hold on height point 242, which is 060904. We'll call that RV2. That's 06059041 RV2. Echo 1 will hold. Echo 1 will hold, and Echo 2 will proceed from that point, basically until the final assault line, which, as I said, will be in vicinity. So directly east from there, in vicinity, height point 239, 0675 9040, 0675 9040. Yep.
May I suggest to wrap up the O group? We're
2120 Bravo. Roger that. Have purely your point man draw one up.
Okay, guys. Any questions on the plan?
Nope. Just a quick point.
Yep. Add the point quick.
Mert are gonna have 2 on the ground with company command and 1 in Phoenix because we're down to 3 men tonight.
Roger that. So you're 2. Okay.
Requesting permission for point man to pull night optics for the rifle.
Prefer if people were using MVGs.
I have a
Right, Jackson will now go and fetch the 2 Chinooks.
Sorry, lots of talking. Any more questions on the op order itself before we deal with platoon business?
Very quick one. On the sections carrying mortar rounds, if they can carry 1 HG each and then an additional 2 rounds per section in loom, that'd be lovely.
Bring up here.
Okay, any other questions? Right. Lipton, do you want to brief your platoon? Boost, do you want to get the helos up on the runway ASAP and we'll get going? Good stuff.
Alright, all elements that are going to be attached to company command, please come with me to the west.
Details for you.
Figure this out.
Howard?
Fucking hell, can't
Okay, Fox to Lima Charlie.
Hello, so I'm going to move off with Cage now to just give him a couple of points. If you can get Echo 1 together.
Company briefing, yes. Right. Yeah, all group has come and gone. We're getting ready to step off.
Yeah. If you can get Echo 1 herringbone up, I'll give him a bit of a brief.
Roger.
What I was going to suggest is if you have a possible engine...
Yep, now go on the...
Would it be in a trip? You want to get one of
Bradley?
Hello!
Right section,
right, let me give you the quick rundown. Right, Bradley, we're going to insert 2 Chinooks. It should be able to fit everybody in.
All Echo 1s, 0 Bravo, radio check, over.
You should
Zero,
move somewhere else.
1, Charlie, Lima Charlie, over. Charlie, over. Hello, 0 Bravo, 1-2 Charlie, Lima Charlie, over. Hello, 0 Bravo, this is 1-2 Delta, Lima Charlie, over.
Whoever's going to be in 5-1 and then one person in the...
West if you're going to fight one, can I access your gear and take yourself on it? Go ahead. Do it later. Just give me a second. Do you have batteries for it on the move?
Yeah, they should be there.
Echo 1s, 0 Bravo, not heard, 1-3 Delta break.
Rest of the guys
Echo 1s, 0 Bravo, get your sections herringbone up, just to the north on the apron of the runway break. Echo 1, 0 Bravo additional, make sure every section member is carrying 1 HE 60mm mortar round, and make sure each section is carrying 2 illumination rounds. Say again, 1 60 mic per bod, 2 additional illumination rounds per section. Get your sections squared away ASAP. Out.
Yeah, I did miss that, sorry. I'll send
Charlie. Do you know the
What were you saying?
Control.
Just wait for 1 second.
Is Johnson our appointment?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, 60741 Charlie, this is 10 Alpha. Be advised, CSM Cage is the adopting company command. You're required
Hello,
to
0 Bravo, this is 1-3 Delta, apologies, Lima Charlie, over.
Cage, I'm just trying to get people gathered.
1-3 Delta, 0 Bravo, Lima Charlie, out.
Cool, thank you.
on scene.
Some additional people with me as well, I'll see, like, riflemen.
You need 2 times illumination rounds, right?
So we've got some
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I got one.
What do you prefer, LT? Do you want me to...
Alright, just get yourselves formed up.
move for my own? Or do you want me to touch myself
so don't worry about it.
Command until head surprise?
My preference really is for the RV Alpha and CCP to be relatively well defended. So we should have 4-1 Delta there with mortars. That's 3 packs. We should have at least 1 MERT member there to receive any casualties that are brought back. We should have TAC P there to coordinate any air that needs to come into that position, and Frank to coordinate any air forward. So if they have at least 1 guy there and 1 guy forward, moving with either Echo 1 or Echo 2, that's fine by me. That should be enough on that pause. I'm disinclined to leave
1-1-0 Bravo, that's about it. If you can get your section formed up with the rest of the company,
does that give you enough
just on the south side of the apron, reference the 2-story office building, over.